And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, as always, giving you a sort of daily roundup of all the Liverpool news. Guys, we've got some massive Ibrahima Konate news. We're also going to be going through the record that Liverpool broke since that's stood for 43 years, whilst also taking a look at the sort of internationals that are going away with their nations and stuff like that. So, yeah, quite a few bits and pieces to discuss, but our last game, of course, was at the weekend there as we took on Brentford to go a point behind Manchester City. So yeah, everyone was super excited for this international break to finish so we can go into that showdown and potentially go top of the league on the first game back. However, our win against Brentford did set a record that stood for 43 years, and that is that we've won 9 home matches across all competitions this season, 9 victories, and guess what that means? Yes, we know that the last time Liverpool achieved that at Anfield was back in 1980, 43 years ago. So yeah, wins against Bournemouth, Aston Villa, West Ham, Leicester, Union Saint-Gilloise, Everton, Toulouse, Nottingham Forest and Brentford, all contributing to that sort of record, which is really, really cool to see. 43 years. It feels like 9 home games on the bounce. Doesn't sound that much considering we've had like a state of dominance, if you like, but obviously it is good because obviously you draw and it completely F's up the situation, but I'm surprised it's taken that long to actually break that record, but fair enough. 43 years, 9 home wins on the bounce, so there you go. Interesting stuff there. Let's hope that does continue going forward. Now, in other news, guys, obviously you would have seen a notable absentee from the game against Brentford, and that was, of course, Ibrahima Konate. And basically, now the player has withdrawn from the sort of French national team, and the French Football Federation have put out a statement in regards to his current situation. However, there is optimism about him returning back in time, ready to go for that game against Manchester City. As we stated, he was not involved due to a minor injury. It's been 3 games so far, I think, this season that he has had to withdraw from injury just for slight issues. But as I said, the French Football Federation did give a bit of optimism with regards to it. It's not that serious, and that they said it's a small muscle injury to his left hamstring and gave a return timeline of approximately 2 weeks. That would suggest that, of course, he should be in training again a week out from that clash against Manchester City on the 25th of November, which I think is very, very important because Konate is a very good player for us. And yeah, so whilst he is going to be missing international duty, I don't really care for Liverpool players going away with their nations that much. I know it's an honour to go represent your country, I don't mind, but from a selfish point of view, I like our players to stay fit and healthy, especially where we are within the table, and I don't want Konate to just be going to do unnecessary sort of playing games and going away. So it's good for him to maybe rest up and then get ready to go very, very soon ahead of that game against Manchester City. So some huge Konate news for you there. With regards to some other stuff, 17-year-old Ben Truman has signed his first professional contract, a midfielder who has been at the academy since the age of 5 and is currently with the under-18, so congratulations to him. It's also reports as well over the last 24 hours that Liverpool scouts were reportedly in attendance to watch Sporting's Goncalo Incasio on Sunday, but he got sent off early in the second half. But obviously with our red card record, he probably would fit right in at Anfield. But as I've stated so many times, Liverpool will be lining up a defender at some point. They could start that sort of rebuild, if you like, in January, looking to maybe bring in a defender in January. I do expect us to go into the transfer market, but the club definitely in the summer are going to be doing a sort of rescale squad overhaul, a defensive overhaul like they did with the midfield this summer. They're definitely going to be doing in the summer transfer window. So yeah, maybe bring in 1 or 2 additions ready to go in January could be quite good for us. But there are sort of the names that you keep seeing in Cape that we're sort of monitoring, and now in Casio as well. So another one there just to watch out on. And now with regards to the actual next 2 weeks, guys, obviously 2 weeks, no Liverpool, which, as I said, I'm so vocal on this channel, always say it. I'm not going to say it again, don't worry. I know you guys get sick of me saying it all the time about the international break, but It is what it is. I'm going to be going through some of the players that are going to be away. Liverpool have seen 18 players from their senior squad called up for the international duty in November, though 10 others have missed out, of course, those being injured as well and maybe not just receiving a call-up. But Virgil van Dijk and Cody Gakpo are both in the Netherlands squad, which will see them come up against Kelleher's Republic of Ireland. Alisson will join up with Brazil and will be the number 1 after Ederson had to pull out injured, while Alexis McAllister and Darwin Núñez also travelled to South America with Argentina and Uruguay. Joining the long-haul journey, Luis Diaz, who returns to Colombia for the first time since the emotional rescue of his parents from his kidnappers, so he'll be going back there as well, which is really, really cool to see. Mo Salah will travel to the direction of Africa as captain of Egypt, while Wataru Endo heads back to Japan. Closer to home, Trent Alexander-Arnold is the only Liverpool player in the England squad. Dominic Szoboszlai will be playing for Hungary, Diogo Jota for Portugal, and Kostas Tsimikas will be with Greece. At youth level, for those of you interested, Harvey Elliott and Jarrell Quansah are with the England under-21s alongside sort of Tyler Morton, who's currently out on loan at this moment in time. Luke Chambers is a part of the England under-20s, whilst Callum Scanlon rejoins the England under-19s, with Ben Doak called up to the Scotland under-21s. Marcelo Petruga joins Brazil's under-23s for the first time, whilst Owen Beck and Tom Hill are with the Wales under-21s. Kieran Morrison is a part of the Northern Ireland's under-19 squad, and I think that is it with regards to players representing the nations at all different levels. Fully expected, Liverpool are always going to have all their international players, but that's fingers crossed that our players do not get injured for these upcoming national break. But yeah, wish them all the best. But yeah, we've covered quite a bit today actually. I'm just trying to see if there's actually any other games going to be coming on very soon, or the next sort of international games are ready to go. Oh, we start on Tuesday. Wednesday, sorry. Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of World Cup qualifiers happening in sort of Asia. Then you've got the sort of European games as well. So yeah, there's plenty of Liverpool players in action over the sort of next fortnight for you to get your fix if you're into that. But yeah, that's it really, to be honest with you. Just to sort of give you my final thoughts of those run of games we had prior to this international break. It has been an interesting period, probably one that we're probably ruining that we didn't beat the Luton, despite being heavily favourites. I've always been sitting pretty at the top of the table right now, but those things are going to happen. But we've got a really, really intense period of matches coming up after that international break that starts with Manchester City. So yeah, very, very exciting stuff on that regard. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've really got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts with regards to the news on Ibrahima Konate. Let me know your thoughts on Goncalo Incasio. Is that a player that you would like to see the club sign? And what are your thoughts, your overall thoughts ahead of January and the sort of season in general? How many players do you think we need to make this transfer window? And where do you think we'll finish this year? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us down to today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.